Yeah, one more little quick video this morning.
This is 1A. I'm Joshua Johnson in Washington.
Yeah, let's see if they go back to it.
I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek out common ground, and to summon the unity we need to deliver for the people. This is really the key. These are the people we were elected to serve.
Oh, well.
Last night in his first State of the Union address, President Trump called on Democrats to help him overhaul immigration and rebuild the nation's...
Well, they were just talking about...
Checkers found fault with
see if they go back to it. Well, first off, I want to just say to you guys, I'm sure most of you know this about me, but, you know, obviously this whole puppet show that's the government and everything is just ridiculous. You know, might as well just be NASA. But anyway, you know, I didn't listen to the State of the Union address last night. I figured I'd get some responses and stuff today from other people that listen to it, because I can't stand to hear these guys speak. Even before I woke up, I mean, I couldn't stand Obama, and that was just probably the you know, just knowing somewhere deep down that he's going to be one of the Antichrist, if not the Antichrist, which I think he probably is, but we'll see. But, you know, Trump is just as bad. I mean, it doesn't matter which direction they swing the pendulum to keep everybody divided, keep everybody believing a fake puppet show. But anyway, to get to the point, which is one of my pet peeves, which I think if you follow this channel, you know. Yeah, this is that rooster that was all beat up that day I showed you guys. He's healed up pretty good. You can still see his combs all wrecked. It probably got frostbit with all the blood on it and everything. It was really cold when he got beat up. But anyway, yeah, you know my pet peeve is with this, with Trump always talking about we got to do something about the opioid crisis. And, you know, it'd be very simple, quick fix to get the troops out of there and either destroy all the poppy fields on our way out or, you know, let the Taliban do it. I mean, the Taliban had all those fields destroyed before we moved in there, and that was why, you know, I'm convinced that's one of the main reasons that we went in there, and that we're still there. You know, obviously to just ramp up the whole Muslim conflict was certainly successful at that. You know, that's the longest war, quote unquote, we've ever been involved with so far as Afghanistan. But you know, it's just absolutely ridiculous that it's the elephant in the room with this opioid crisis. They just shut down half of my bus company, gave up all their Medicaid runs because most of those Medicaid runs were taking people to the methadone clinic, and every time they took someone to the methadone clinic, they lost money. So, you know, drivers got laid off, and the company got really downsized. And they were just talking on the fake news in here about, oh, you know, we've got to, you know, really help the rehabilitation facilities and dump up a lot of money in there. So, you know, this opioid thing, it gets the bankers rich. It gets the evil, satanic, psychopathic rulers of this world sucking money out of everybody to fund their drugs. It destroys society. It funds it's funding three different things right now. It's funding the military-industrial complex by keeping our troops involved over there. It's funding the rehabilitation, industrial complex, and it's funding the prison industrial complex, and it's also, you know, also contributing to the pharmaceutical. You know, got to make methadone and all this stuff, and I mean, it's this heroin thing is just really, really bad, and not just heroin, like they say, the opioids. And meanwhile, you know, the doctors are just pumping those opioids out. They went from making them really, really easy to get. I mean, they gave me those oxycodones when I had some teeth pulled, and this was years ago before I was saved, and I had kind of given up drinking for a while, and they gave me those oxycodones because my teeth they had yanked, and you know, I had several teeth yanked out, and I maybe could have used one or two the first day that I was in pain, but after that, I mean, I healed right up, and I didn't really have a lot of pain, but they gave me, I forget how many, they gave me a whole pile of those things, and I kind of got semi-hooked on those things, But I started drinking too instead of like really becoming addicted to those things. Those things got my brain back wired to being being high, stimulating, pushing that little button in the brain for pleasure that those oxycodones were doing to me. So I started drinking again. Plus, they weakened my ability to resist drinking, which I had not drank for a couple years, I think. Then those oxycodones got me started to drinking again, and I drank on and off for a while before I got saved by Jesus. And now I haven't drank since I got saved. That was a couple years ago, and I have no desire to ever drink again. I'm sure I never will. But so they went from really making it really easy to get those things. I went to the dentist to get a couple teeth pulled. I walked out. I went down to the pharmacy and had like a whole bottle full of those oxycodones. But now I guess it's really, really hard for people to get them. That's what I hear. I don't know if that's true, but they swung the pendulum. So now the people that might really need them for pain aren't getting them, which I don't know.
He went on to talk about his vision for the future.
But it's unbelievable to me how blind people are on everything, whether it's the chemtrails. Just the fake news where they just, what a mystery, what's this heroin? We got to do something about the heroin. And if you do a little research, you find out 90% of the heroin is coming from Afghanistan. And the Taliban had pretty much wiped out the poppy fields. As much as, you may not want to pat the Taliban on the back for anything, because, they're satanic Muslims, but they did wipe out the poppies. And we went right in there, got them all replanted, got them all, now we guard them, and CIA makes tons of money off it, and then, it's the research, do the research, you'll find it, it's there. But no, people just watch the news, watch the division with the politics, the Trump haters, the Trump lovers, and before that it was the Obama lovers and the Obama haters. But every time I hear Trump come on and talk about these opioid things, it's like they just mock us, just laughing at us how stupid these people are. Now they're not stupid, they're just under the spell, they're under the hypnosis of the world of deception that we live in. So yeah, most people don't. They just think, God bless the troops. We're over there fighting for Christianity and freedom and this and it's just ridiculous. No, we're over there guarding the poppy fields. If you do a little research, you'll find out that there's been some of the military guys been trying to blow the whistle on that, and now they even have a term for it. Now it's called being suicided. And a lot of the guys in Afghanistan are committing suicide. No, they're getting a bullet in the back of their head because they're to blow the whistle on the whole poppy field thing. So they see this going on. They decide, well, I better not blow the whistle because I'll be suicided. So anyway, that's why I felt like turning the camera on again. It's just I feel sorry for the chickens. I left a comment the other day, that they have to, they're chickens, so I don't think they really get too sucked into the deception of the fake news, but it's the only station. It's the only station that comes in clear, and I like to have that voice drone. And a lot of times they'll play classical music at night for them, so and it kind of keeps the varmints if any foxes and stuff are prowling around, they hear the voice, keeps them kind of at bay. But it's the only station that comes in clear, so I leave it on, and I think that voice keeps the chickens kind of calm too, and they hear that voice droning. So unfortunately, they got to listen to fake news all the time, but sometimes they get classical music. And plus, these are flat Earth chickens, so they're very aware. They're very aware of all the deception that's going on, so they kind of have their full chicken armor of God on, I think. The chicken feathers of the full feathers of God, something like that. I hope that's not blasphemous what I just said, but anyway, I love you guys very much, and just had to vent a little bit because this. Now I'm sure I'm going to lose subs if this, depending. I probably might depend how I title this. But last time when I put that up a few weeks ago, I put that vid up. about the troops guarding the poppy fields. I started getting a bunch of views on it, and I started gaining subs. I gained a whole bunch of subs that day. And then overnight, I think by the time I started going to bed, I noticed I lost a couple. By the next day, I had lost more subs. I was down to the lower to the. I think had gained like 7 subs when I went to bed that night. And then by the time I got up in the morning, I was down 3 from where I started. So they unsubbed 10 people on me. And, you know, I guess maybe I had 10 subscribers who were Trump fans and didn't like what I was saying, so they unsubbed me. But I really doubt it. I'm pretty sure it was YouTube. Because YouTube doesn't like me to gain subscribers very fast. I noticed I lost a couple last night. I don't know why, but, you know, and I'm sure maybe people do unsub me. I don't usually unsub people. I might stop watching them. But, or I'll unclick the bell sometimes if I have the bell clicked on them. But I don't usually unsub people. But I guess, you know, people might unsub me. But it just seems weird that the only time I really get unsubbed is when I'm gaining subs, you know. Yeah, YouTube will let me, if I gain a sub a day or a sub every other day, that's fine. They'll let me slowly creep up. But as soon as I start gaining a couple at a time, or 2, 3, 4, 5 in a day, forget it. They'd knock me right back. So, yeah, we'll see. If I title this Trump, if I put the Trump in the title, we'll see what happens. And, you know, if I lose subs, I lose subs. But, you know, I don't do this for subs. But, you know, it's kind of hard not to kind of keep your eye on your subs. And when I lose subs, I wonder why. But, anyway, that's not why I do it. But it's you know, it does. I do think about it. I'd be dishonest if I said I don't care. Because it does seem like it's YouTube doing it. So, alright. Well, I love you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys later at the live stream at Audrey's. So, till then, God bless.